Placed in the lineup here because of the time we devoted to the nexus of politics and terror. Time for Countdown's #1 story. Tonight's worst persons in the world. The Bronze, blogger Andrew Malcolm of the LA Times political page. The Times screwed up its TV listings for this program and promptly and professionally issued a correction. But he wrote, without this kind of correction, online too, a few thousand people might have tuned in to MSNBC. Mr. Malcolm is, of course, adhering to the very old and very stupid Republican talking points about this network, talking points that date back to about 1999 or 2000 or so, that nobody watches MSNBC. On Wednesday night of this week, the 3 airings of this program drew a collective audience of 2.2 million. Each of its airings beats CNN by all measures. It is the #1 rated cable news program for all viewers under the age of 35. It is the #1 rated cable news program not on Fox. Mr. Malcolm claims to have been a Pulitzer Prize finalist and a member of the LA Times editorial board, and as such, he might want to check out whether his smug prejudices are so behind the curve that they make him look like a superannuated, out-of-touch political hack. There's also the embarrassment Mr. Malcolm brings to his paper when mocking how many customers any news organization has. For 20 years, the LA Times has had the largest newspaper virtual monopoly in the country, and yet even before the newspaper crashed, it was already approaching bankruptcy. Its daily circulation has dropped below 725,000. The first rerun of this program the other night had a larger audience than that. MSNBC is going to profit nearly $250 million this year, Mr. Malcolm. The LA Times will be lucky to still be publishing next year. Oh, one last note on this. I mentioned Republican talking points. Andrew Malcolm's biography notes that in 1999 and 2000, he was the press secretary to Laura Bush. Runner-up Tom DeLay of Dancing with the Stars tried to suggest that town halls about health care have always been frenetic and chaotic, and he was once the victim of one of them. When I did my town hall meetings, I'll never forget one back in the 80s. They brought in quadriplegics on gurneys and dumped them on the floor in front of my podium. I mean, this is not new. What's new is the people that came in to disrupt my town meetings, we just let them go on because it usually turned off the people that were there. What's happening here is the American people are on their side. Mr. DeLay left out a little detail. He wasn't there. TPM Muckraker found an article from the Houston Chronicle from May 1996 detailing the blockading of DeLay's office in Sugar Land, Texas, by 150 supporters of increased care for the disabled. Tuesday's protesters narrowly escaped arrest by Stafford police when DeLay